Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
This is Fire Escape Engineers, 866-649-0333. This is the inspector summary video. This is a pass-fail inspection. This structure is pre-existing non-conforming. This is a preload test evaluation. You need an EPA renovator's license if this structure is pre-1978, which means it contains lead. There will be no welding. Okay, we're going to get started here. We're on a 3-story building here. Every surface is diamond plate. That's the treads and the platform. Your railings are 1.5-inch hollow pipe rail, and there's no intermediary on the steps down, and your posts are also 1.5 inches in diameter. So you can kind of see we're on top right here. You do have an intermediary at the platforms only, and but not on the rails. You have a diamond plate here. This particular top platform looks like it's 3 feet by 4 feet, and we do have problems like on this rail. It's rusted. Let me just get my pointer here. It's rusted right through, and you'll be able to see it right here. You can see it's completely rusted through there. So we got a problem there. And then over here we got the whole wall is falling apart. It's not just here. When we go underneath, you'll see at the support that we got some problems here. This has been parged over, and the parge is starting to come off now. So you definitely have some problems. I don't know what was the material before. I guess it was concrete that they used as a surface here, but this platform is bulging in the middle, and there's some structural problems underneath. You'll see that it's pulling apart when we go down. That will become evident as we go down. So now we're going to start our descent. We got 6 stairs down to the next platform, and this is a typical situation here. What you got, your tread is approximately 8 inches. This one's 10, but the others are 8 by, say, 18 inches. And you have underneath this is bolted. The diamond plate on the treads appears to be welded, and you got a bunch of issues with the clips. I don't know. Let me just come down here, and you can see the separation in here. There's rust and rust jacking underneath, and when I get down further, you'll see that the middle rib is actually not attached. Somebody tack welded it, but it's not serving any structural issue. It's not serving structurally. And then over here, we're missing bolts. It's all welded. So that needs to be bolted. And you can see from the rust, this is starting to flip up here. You can see it bending up, and that's from the rust jacking. We have internal distress there. Same thing on this side, and all the clips are rusting. So that's a typical problem throughout here. Somebody painted this. They painted over the problems. We have a nice praying mantis there. And so Now we're on the next platform. This is a middle platform, and this is approximately 2 feet by 5 feet. We have the same type of rail configuration, and then we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another six treads here, and you're going to have the same problems. But as I go down here, you're going to be able to see. I'm going to get some shots from underneath so you can see the problems I'm talking about along. You can see the cracks there, and that bolt there, I don't know if it's pulled out or what, but this is on its last treads. Normally what you want is at least a few treads exposed. That's not, and that means either it's been pulled in or originally it wasn't put in right. But here you can see what I'm talking about. Everything's separating apart. There's a big gap between the rib there and the diamond plate above. So we do have some headaches there. And then you can see over here, you got like major cracking. This one, at least the bolt, you got some thread exposed, but on the other side you don't. I don't know what happened there, but this should definitely have some exposure. But there's rust and rust jacking. And then you can see, this is what I want to show you. You got an angle in front, and then you got two angles for clips. And some of them are okay, but a lot of them have so much rust. Let me show you this one, for instance. You can see the rust jacking. It's been painted over. There's all kinds of distress. This clip needs to be replaced, as do the majority of them. There's a lot of problems. You can see here all the rust and rust jacking in there. So that's typical. I can give you example after example. I would say you got to replace 75% of these clips here, because they're no longer good. And then we have this platform. This platform is approximately 4 by 5, and you have the same type of configuration for your railing, and then you have the same type of support. You got a triangle that's formed by a 2 by 2 angle, and that's welded, and you'll see that as we go down. We have this connection here, at least is bolted, and then we'll look at this a little further. A lot of these steps that I'm on now, the clips are no good and they need replacing, and you can see right here the rust and the rust jacking is actually bowing this diamond plate up. It's all kind of messed up there. So let's continue down, and then we'll take a look a little further from there. Like I said, we have the rust jacking, and let me see what we got as far as a step count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We got 14 treads here. So, but I'll show you typical on the tread, like right here, for instance. You can see that's completely rusted out, and it's separating. That clip in there needs to be replaced. I'll come on this side so you can see it from the other side here, and you'll see how bad it is. It's really not good at all in there, and this is typical. So we got rust and rust jacking. So this basically concludes the inspector summary video. Just one note, the stringer is 4-inch and everything's bolted into it. Let me just give you a couple more examples here. You can see here and here real evidence of rust and rust jacking. So that needs to be addressed. And then let's just get some shots underneath here for you see this bolt here. And you have kind of a crazy configuration because it comes past this window and bolts in here. Okay, that concludes the inspector summary video. Okay, this is the next video we've got. Overall, we got to replace a lot of steel plates. The treads are messed up. The clips are messed up. So we need to replace. I would say this is 75 to 100% structural. It's been painted, but we're going to have to repaint the areas that we have to fix. Let's get into specifics. Gratings, a lot of the diamond plates need repair. I'd say that's 50%. On the treads, we're at 75%. 75 to 100% on the clips, which are part of the stringers. Structurally, we have issues, particularly up on top here, with the connection into the wall. We're going to need somebody who's an anchorage expert to come in and ensure that those bolts are holding the structure. This is on the structural part. I'd say we're at 75%. And rails, that's probably 100%. A lot of them are rusting. We need some extra work with that. There's no middle protection. Only on the grading, only on the platforms there are, but none on the stairs. And we're probably, it's all original hardware, so all the hardware has to come out of the stringers. And that's the end of that particular summary.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report forbidding. Restoration with permit by a fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.